You ever had a neighbor so obsessed with control, they tried to govern your backyard like it was North Korea? Yeah, I had that honor. Her name was Denise. And the day she screamed loud enough to startle the poor flamingos on my float, I knew we'd crossed into new territory. You can't let that beast in the water, she shouted, pointing a trembling finger at Moose, my 12-year-old German shepherd who was chest deep in the shallow end, happily chewing on a slice of watermelon like he paid rent. My fenced-in, private pool and Denise acted like she was the lifeguard, mayor, and CDC combined. She waved a stack of HOA documents like holy scripture, each page neon highlighted and fluttering dramatically into my flower bed. This violates at least 5 sanitation bylaws, she barked. I sipped my tea and almost asked if she needed electrolytes. Right then, my son Logan's sheriff cruiser turned onto the street. Pure coincidence, he was just stopping by for lunch, but the timing couldn't have been better. Denise's eyes locked on the badge at his hip like it was a death ray. And honestly, the show was just beginning. She'd moved back into the neighborhood a few weeks earlier, after a blessed year-long absence. Everyone hoped she'd cooled off. Spoiler, she hadn't. First came laminated flyers about grass length, then she scolded the mailman for excessive footsteps. I got an anonymous letter typed, in Comic Sans, accusing my patio umbrella of shade irregularity. But the kicker? Her HOA reign was over. While she was gone, her position got dissolved, and due to a redrawn boundary, my property was legally exempt from HOA rules. Didn't matter. In her mind, she still ran the cul-de-sac. Especially my pool. The moment she saw Moose doing lazy laps, she stormed over like she was serving a warrant. Effective immediately, this pool is closed pending board review, she declared. There is no board, Denise, I said. And even if there were, you're not on it. She tried taking pictures and right then, my sprinklers activated. Completely accidental. Probably. Her binder got obliterated. Pure poetry. But Denise wasn't done. Next morning, she was pacing the sidewalk with a clipboard like she was doing recon for Homeland Security. I caught her standing on a cinder block outside my fence, peeking in. This isn't spying, she yelled when I called her out. It's community oversight. Even my neighbor Pete, a retired Navy vet, chuckled through his coffee. Is it wrong that I enjoy this? He whispered. Only if you bring popcorn, I replied. It escalated when Logan visited again in uniform. Denise saw him, saw the badge, saw us sharing takeout and vanished. That night, I got a letter with no signature, accusing me of using police intimidation to suppress HOA regulations. Logan read it, shook his head, and laughed. So now I'm a weapon. Awesome. Next day, Denise was back, this time yelling about health codes. That dog needs to be certified before entering water, she screamed. I leaned on the gate, calm as ever. Denise, Moose is cleaner than half the people who went to your wine tasting last summer. Logan pulled up again off duty, badge still visible, and she lunged. I want to file a report. He's using the dog for harassment. And those flamingo floaties are a menace. Logan just blinked. This is my dad's yard. You're trespassing. It's not trespassing if I'm correcting illegal activity, she snapped. Logan pulled out a printed trespass order from his glove box. Denise Harper, this is your formal warning. Next time. Charges. She scoffed, muttering about tyranny, knocked over my garden gnome, and stormed off. I looked at Logan. Think she's done? He shrugged. With Denise? Not even close. Sure enough, next morning, I found a flyer pinned to the old HOA board near the tennis court. A photo of my pool. Big red text, unauthorized canine activity endangers public health. Signed by the Neighborhood Oversight Committee. Which didn't exist. Then came two clipboard-wielding strangers in matching polos, claiming they were conducting a sanitation courtesy check. I pointed to my laminated parcel map. This property is exempt. And you're trespassing. They backed off. Barely. A county inspector showed up later that week, anonymous complaint. He walked the property, laughed at Moose offering a soggy tennis ball, and said, "Cleanest backyard I've seen all month." He added, "By the way, her complaint packet. Over 50 pages. With footnotes." That was the moment I stopped playing defense. Logan and I drafted a formal cease and desist, citing harassment, impersonation of authority, and defamation. We mailed it certified. I imagined her opening that letter like it was another HOA victory, only to realize the sheriff's office had signed it. For 2 whole days. Silence. It was blissful. Then a grey van with out-of-state plates showed up. 4 women stepped out dressed like they were attending a neighborhood security summit. Not residents. Not officials. Just Karen's newest mercenaries. Community Harmony Group, one said, clipboard ready. We're evaluating visual lines of sight related to shared expectations. You mean Denise sent you? I said flatly. Visibility creates perception, she responded. Sure, I nodded. And trespassing creates lawsuits. They left. Fast. Next day, a deputy taped a new letter to Denise's door, a warning about impersonating governance and public intimidation. She didn't scream this time. She just stared at it like it had beaten her. But I knew the quiet wasn't surrender. It was strategy. She started using intermediaries. Tried bribing my pool cleaner to check the filter for animal contamination. Left fake citations in my mailbox. Compiled a whole binder of screenshots and HOA documents from neighborhoods we didn't even live in. She sent it anonymously, like it was some sort of legal dossier. That was the final straw. Logan filed with the county. Turns out, I wasn't the only one. Pete, the Andersons, even old Mr. Langley from 2 streets over had complaints. And Denise. She got a real summons. A mediation hearing. Official. Legal. Public. The next time I saw her, she wasn't yelling. She was dragging her trash to the curb, wearing sunglasses on a cloudy day. She didn't wave. Didn't scowl. Just disappeared back inside. And maybe that's the scariest part. Not when someone's shouting at the gate, but when they start planning behind it. So you tell me, where's the line? At what point does a neighbor stop being annoying and start becoming dangerous? Drop your thoughts below. I want to know who's crossed your fence.